All right, you sexy chickens. Welcome back to the Unnamed Podcast. That we will figure out a name eventually. We just, haven't done it yet.
No.
It'll be all right. I kind of like that we'll figure it out after we've recorded. Maybe we'll get something out of what's already said.
Did you say Hotdog Squad was taken?
No, it's not taken. That was BTK. He was a serial killer. And the cops that were investigating him were called the Hotdog Squad.
Oh.
That shit made me laugh.
And then what's the one that I said? Donut Patrol?
Yeah, Donut Patrol. Yeah, we'll figure something out. But, yeah, how much money would it cost for you to do a contract killing for somebody?
Now, is it just like some random Joe?
We'll just say... First, we'll just say it's somebody who is having like a marital dispute, and she wants her husband dead.
100,000.
Has she done anything to cause this husband to do what he's doing?
We'll say no. It's just a sexless marriage, and she wants him dead for cheating.
Well, I feel like if you're taking hits, it doesn't really matter.
He's a paraplegic.
He's a paraplegic. I kill a paraplegic. It'd be so easy.
Just push him down steps.
Wrap him up in a pillowcase.
Fuck, just dig a hole and bury him.
Yeah. But yeah, just a normal marital dispute. She just wants him dead, and she's got some cash. We'll say her net worth $5 million.
I'd say $250,000,
$250,000. My number's not that high.
It would have to change my life.
Yeah,
because
it'd have to be like life-changing.
Because if I'm gonna possibly go to prison for the rest of my life, like it better be worth it.
That's true. I was gonna say $75,000, but yeah, it would. Yeah. With the possibility to go into prison, 75.
God, we talk about murdering a lot.
To be fair, I think about it a lot. To be fair, $75,000 in prison is a life-changing amount of money. You know how much commissary you could get?
A week's worth. You see the prices of commissary?
I'd blow. It's so expensive.
I'd be more worried about my family when I'm gone.
For some people, I think it's just a vacation.
I would want. Because I have a daughter, she's 6. I'd want to make sure she's taken care of for the rest of her life.
Got money to go to
but
college.
yet again, her fucking mom would spend it all.
There you go.
So.
See, you gotta go for a higher
weigh
number.
the pros and cons.
Yeah.
You know?
See, now I see why you're going for $250,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then commissary. Come on now.
And then commissary. You gotta leave me $25,000.
That she can't access till she's like 18. And
yeah,
she can get it.
Yeah.
Hopefully the mom's
will it to her. But if you. I think if you leave a will right before you kill somebody, it kind of leaves a, oh yeah, this guy probably did it.
Have you ever watched Breaking Bad?
No.
They set up like a fake donation thing. You can launder it somehow.
Oh yeah.
Sure you can.
What would your number be?
500,000.
500,000? Okay. But what if this person was a person of influence? Ooh. Not super influential, but like a Britney Spears.
Free.
I'd just kill Britney Spears for shits and gigs.
There's just some people you just want to, like any of the Kardashians.
Oh, yeah. Those I would do for free. I'd spare Kanye, though. Poor guy's been through enough having to live with them.
He was mine anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think if you live with the Kardashians, that's what happens.
Yeah.
I don't think you come out of that saying, look at fucking Bruce Jenner.
Some of the people, like, I used to watch wrestling back in the day. Huge fan back in the day. I watch every once in a while now. Hate Roman Reigns. I'd kill him for free.
Is there a specific reason you hate him?
I just hate him.
It's just one of those people that
he's
rubs
one of
you
those
the wrong
people
way.
That Vince McMahon tried shoving down everybody's throats.
Kind of like Tom Brady.
Hey, but Tom Brady's a goat. Did you watch that? The NFL Honors a couple years ago, with Steve Harvey hosting it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you should bring that up.
You know, I can't argue that Tom Brady is the greatest of all time.
Nobody can.
It's impossible to argue that at this point. People still say Joe Montana because he went 4-0.
It'd be the second one there. The other one, you'd have to find it.
I've seen all the Super Bowls. I watch everybody. All of us are in here tonight because of one person, Tom Brady. If Tom Brady wasn't living, y'all could be in the Super Bowl.
like all the other quarterbacks are so pissed.
See Baker Mayfield. Just,
Aaron Rodgers.
The only way I see us getting in the Super Bowl, and I don't know why you ain't thought of it. All this money in this room. Y'all ain't thought of pooling y'all money together, having him killed.
there he
Mahomes
is.
thinking about it. He's like,
Because he beat Mahomes in the AFC Championship to get that this year.
That tighten y'all up a little bit? You ain't thought about it? Hell, I have. I'm tired of Tom Brady in the Super Bowl every damn year. If he wasn't here, we could be in the Super Bowl.
there was a streak that he went on a fucking tear. Even
it was getting old.
Every other year he was. He
It
won
was
the Super
getting
Bowl.
old.
Every other year he won. Ever since he beat Seattle, it was every other year.
Yeah, for what, like
7, 8 years.
7, 8 years? Yeah, it did get kind
Yeah,
of old
because he beat Seattle, Super Bowl 49.
That
Super Bowl
one
50.
pissed me off.
because they
that
shouldn't
bad
have.
play
They shouldn't
call.
have won.
Yeah. You just hand the rock to Marshawn and you win. I don't know. Pete Carroll's dementia. I don't know.
He does.
That,
he has
that
a little
was the
Joe
one
Biden.
I was like, this is fucking fixed. Like, I was legitly pissed for like 2 weeks.
Dude, I went to work. Super Bowl 51. I went to work still drunk. Like, I worked day watch that next day, and that was whenever they played Atlanta, and they were down, what, 20?
28-3.
Well, no, there was at halftime.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
22 or so. I can't remember what the fuck it was, but they were down like double digits.
Yeah.
You start fucking drinking. You know? By the end of
And
the
it
Super
got
Bowl,
better.
by the end of the Super Bowl, I was fucking smashed. I stayed up till about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Woke up at 6:30. Went to work. Still trashed. Still drunk.
I've gone to a jail drunk before. It was not my fault though, because I told them I was drunk,
Yeah.
and they were like, "We really need you to come in."
I've talked you into calling off work because of drinking a couple
Oh
times.
yeah, it wasn't hard.
I think one of them was his wedding.
It was.
Because you were supposed to go to work. You're like, I gotta go to work. It's like, here, drink this. And like I was just giving you like a liquor.
Yeah, there was a point where I was just sitting down, and he'd walk over with a syringe full of fucking Crown Apple and just right into my mouth.
I remember the time you were drinking at my house. You got so drunk, we're like, McConnell, you need to call off. And
Yeah.
Can you?
I was supposed to work at 8, and I was fucked up, and 3 a.m. rolled around. And they were like, "Dude, you need to call off. You're not going to work."
We were all
yeah,
all of us.
and we were all drunk too. But you really need to call off. So I called, and it was the now deputy warden, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm not gonna make it." He's like, "Why?" I'm like, "My ass don't work." He's like, "What?"
I can't feel my ass.
I was like, "My ass doesn't work." He's like, "Oh, so you're drunk? All right."
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He was the coolest person to call off to, because he didn't care.
We have people like that where I work now. You don't have to give a reason.
Oh, you don't?
No.
You just say, "I'm not coming."
Yeah.
I don't think they legally can actually if you don't give them a reason, they can't tell you
Yeah.
can't work.
Like
they mark you absent
Yeah.
at our place.
there's times like it's a Thursday and I know I'm not going to be there Saturday, and the lieutenant will come down and do his rounds. Be like, "Hey, Mark, put me in for a sick day Saturday. I'm not coming in." I'm like, "Okay."
Not needing a reason. That was a big issue at the county. Was people would call off and they're like, "Why?" And I actually don't have to tell you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But everybody did, and because they threw a fit if you didn't, which was annoying. But if all the sheep listen,
Did they make you get the COVID shot down there at
No.
Jefferson?
they didn't make us. It was optional.
I didn't get it either, but I almost lost my job over it too
Really?
because Joey B mandated federal employees for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even now to get hired, I think you have to have it, don't you?
I don't think so.
Maybe,
I didn't get it.
I got the initial shot. I didn't get any of the boosters.
I got the first one, and then the second one, the day I was supposed to get it, I was like, meh.
They never stuck me with a needle.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, you have to get it within this much
So
time.
you didn't even finish your first dose?
No. No.
Nice. Nice.
That's why your hair's falling out.
No, probably. The second one was
Like a
to
lab
fix.
rat.
The second one was to fix what the first one did to you.
I heard that second one. It made you feel like you were dying.
Yeah, pretty much everybody I knew that got the second one.
My whole arm was fucking killing me. I couldn't even sleep on that
You
side.
put fucking methanol in your arm.
Yeah, after the
in your
first
body.
one, my arm was sore. I can only imagine after a second one that was supposed to be more potent than the first one.
Yep.
I got mine at CVS, and they're like, you have to sit here for 15 minutes in case something happens. I'm like,
Oh, that's always a good sign. Let's see if you die real quick. There was an inmate that his family got the shot, and within a couple days, his mom and his grandma died from getting the shot. And he was like trying to get a furlough, and the judge shot it down. He was like, "No, that's fucked up." But yeah, to have two people die right after getting the shot, immediately after.
You did research on it. You wouldn't even got that first initial one.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't remember why I did the first one. I think I do remember why.
somebody probably offered you $9.
Yeah, they were like, "Here, take a shot. Here's $9.
Because
Will you go get that shot?"
I took mine because, like, you can go into public places without wearing masks if you had your card.
Yeah, I think that was probably part of the reason I
It
did
was
it.
just for convenience.
Yeah, that was probably part of the reason I did it. But if I had known that in fucking 2 years nobody was gonna give a shit about a mask or a vax
See,
card.
I thought it was, like, the new thing. Like, it was going to be around
I'm
for
glad
a
it's
while.
pretty much over.
Well, they were saying it was the new normal. This is how it's gonna be.
In May, it's all done.
Yeah. Yeah, COVID was it. I can see in cities how it would, I guess, affect people more. You're more in a condensed area with more
higher
people in it.
population, closer together.
But out here, it affected my life very little.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't even think I've had it.
I had it once.
I've had it
And
twice.
I really didn't get that sick. It was just my fucking body hurt. It was just body aches and body aches. I was like, holy
Yeah.
fuck.
The first one I felt like crap, but the second one wasn't too bad. Like sick.
Yeah,
But, you
it's
know.
like you had the flu or something.
Yeah.
That's really all it felt like was the bad flu. It's not like it was killing me slowly.
No.
But I got a fucking week off of work for it, so I was all right
I
with
got it, and I had 0 symptoms.
Well, they say that people that
Yeah, you were
smoke,
at my house when you got it.
they
Yeah.
say smokers it affected less because
Yes.
your lungs were already fucked up.
So he
Hell
lived
yeah.
with me at the time. He got it. I never caught it. And then my girlfriend had it twice. I was in the same bed with her, never got it. I don't know. I'm immune.
I guess, yeah, you might just be. It might be like a carrier thing.
I guarantee I had it at some point. I just didn't
So everybody
realize.
knows,
didn't
no
know.
show next week. Edward's gonna have COVID.
Nah, you can do it without me.
Yeah, we could do it without you.
Just have Jeremy sit here.
Poor Jeremy, fucking switching all kinds of shit. All those years of video games are paying off, baby.
Go Guitar Hero.
I bet you're fucking good at Guitar Hero.
He is.
I am a god at it.
He is very good at Guitar Hero.
I'm not joking.
Are there videos of you playing Guitar Hero online?
Probably unlisted. I have a few.
Dude,
Naturally.
Do you remember back on Xbox 360 where you could put like little sayings in like your profile?
It's probably unlisted. So
Yeah, I did that
log
once.
in.
I probably can't say it on here, but
But all those clips are old.
I got a 5-day ban or a week ban.
Remember when that was the main insult? As soon as anything happened to you in those Xbox chats, N-word immediately.
Code of conduct. Like,
Or I'm fucking your mom.
One
And
of
my go-to would be, my mom's dead.
Yeah.
my buddy had to change his name like every other day because it'd be some like racist, all kinds of.
Do you remember when I was kick a child?
Oh yeah.
Kick a child. Yeah, I can imagine you being fucking real good at Guitar Hero. I was always awful at Guitar Hero. I could play the actual guitar, couldn't play Guitar Hero.
See, I could do the first 4 buttons, but when it got to that
That
orange
fifth one?
I couldn't.
Yeah, I could do the first 4 because it was just a matter of which finger's going. But yeah, with the 5th one, once you had to move,
Yeah.
or you could fucking hit that little bar on the whammy bar.
Yeah, the whammy
No,
bar.
I don't have the coordination for that.
We talked about games a little bit. Like, did we ever say like favorite video games?
No.
No, we
I
didn't.
think, like we kind of like got off topic.
Yeah, we kind of. That's fine. But
It happens.
yeah, favorite video games. I'm pretty basic. If I'm gonna be honest, I fuck with Call of Duty.
Call of Duty's good.
Call of Duty's good. I don't care what anybody says. And then like other than that, like I said, sports games like Madden. I really fuck with Madden. shit like that. But if you get into different consoles, I mean, Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Mario Kart's hard to go wrong. That's probably the game I've played the most. I would say is Mario Kart.
Have you ever played Breath of the Wild?
No, I haven't.
own
That's
it.
a really
I own
good
it.
game.
I've played it like 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, I own it.
You
but I
gotta
haven't.
give it a chance.
You gotta have time. Time to do it.
I'm really bad about that. If I get a new game, if it doesn't instantly fucking get me hooked, as soon as I get to a hard part, I'm like, this is stupid. I don't even want to do this anymore. And I just never touched
That was
it again.
Dark Souls for me. I'm like, fuck this game.
That's the entirety of that game.
A lot of people love that game though. That and
Ring.
Skyrim, Elden Ring.
That was
A lot
gonna
of
be
people
my
love
pick.
those. The
I
only,
like Bethesda games. I like Fallout. I like Skyrim.
Fallout's pretty good.
Like a role playing game.
Doom.
Doom.
I really
Doom's
like
alright.
Doom.
You played the new games?
Not the one that came out.
Doom Eternal, I think is what it was.
Yeah,
Doom Eternal, Doom 2016.
yeah. It was not the most recent one. The one before that.
2016.
Should be Doom
Yeah.
2020. Whole world ended.
Yeah. I can imagine that Fallout's pretty accurate as to what our world's gonna be someday. Because somebody's gonna launch a nuke, and we're gonna end up in a nuclear fallout. It's gonna happen.
Once one person launches a nuke, they're all
They're
gonna
all
fucking.
going.
Yeah. What's your favorite game of all time? And you've got a lot of experience with the '90s games.
I've been playing Resident Evil since the 90s.
I played which one was it for
Resident
the?
Evil game? Favorite
Resident
one?
Evil 2.
Resident Evil
That's a
2.
good one.
They remade that one,
They
didn't
did.
they?
They remade 2 and 3. I platinum trophied 3. I just
Damn.
didn't have time to go through and.
I heard 3
Platinum.
was a really short game.
It was short. I liked it, but it was short. Like a lot of people said, it was short. It was, but it was good. It was a good remake. Resident Evil 4 just came out a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago maybe a week. It's good so far. I've read reviews that it's the best remake of a game, like period, past 5
Damn.
years. It's good. So if you're thinking about getting it on the fence, I suggest getting it. Very good game.
Yeah, Resident Evil. I never played it. When I was younger, my cousin played it a lot, so I would play it like at his house. But I
Yeah.
never really had a chance to get into it.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it.
You ever
know.
play Resident Evil 7?
No.
Was that Village?
No, it's the one
Oh,
before
the one
that.
before it. Biohazard.
Yes.
I played a little bit of it. I never finished it. I actually
It's
beat
more of a
Village
horror
before it.
game. Like, it's a lot of jump scares and shit. It's different than the other ones. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't a big fan of the series.
Which one is the one with the tall lady with the big tits?
That's Village.
I'd play that one strictly for that reason.
I've beaten that game 3 times. I'm on the
Damn.
hardest difficulty now, at one of the last bosses. And then-
Damn.
You know what game? The difficulty thing just made me think of it. The South Park games that they made.
The Stick of Truth and the
Yeah,
Fractured
I played the one
Butthole.
for like 64.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was the last one I played.
They made I don't remember if it was the most recent one or the one before the most recent one, but to choose your difficulty, you changed your skin color.
It was
really?
That's
Easiest
the
was
Fractured
Fractured
Butthole.
yeah, easiest was white and hardest was darker.
Jeez.
I love South Park. Everything South Park does is gold.
Well, you know how they do those like ideas for shows, right? They go to the producers or whatever with 2 ideas. One's like fucking super bad, and the other one's what they do. Like,
Yeah, the fractured butthole.
We'll play a little bit of this. It's people reacting to it.
It's a goofy game, but it's hilarious, I think.
The game can, like, the battle mechanics, I like them.
Yeah.
I do too. The turn-based battling.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I'm a big fan of the Crash Bandicoot games too.
Ooh, yeah.
The platform versions, not those shitty racing ones and shit.
Oh
that
no,
they do.
fuck it. They were just trying to copy Mario
The
Kart.
PS1 racing game, I really
I don't even think I played it because it wasn't a platform.
Yeah.
Look. I'm trying to figure out how to make my character black, right? So I go to every option and it says change color, but that's for that option. So right here, this is for hair color, right? So Like, I can't see any options for a black character, right? So I hit next. Oh my God, yo. When you get to choose difficulty, this is where you get.
Don't worry, it doesn't affect combat. Just every other aspect of your whole life.
Savage. Ubisoft, y'all some savages. The darker you are, the more difficult the game is. That's hilarious.
South Park can
funny
get away
as
with
hell, yo.
anything.
They can.
They it doesn't matter what they do. They can say the most racist shit, and everybody's like, "That's funny."
Spyro the Dragon was another one.
Spyro-
They did
yeah.
a remake of that.
I
My
forgot
daughter
about
plays that one.
Spyro.
I actually
Switch.
platinum trophied the first one.
I forgot about Spyro. I played that on the PS2.
Dude, it's hard.
PS1.
It's fucking hard. I went back and played it and got my ass kicked. I'm like, I don't remember it being like this.
Yeah, I remember. I always thought it was kind of easy. I did. Because I think they redid it on the was it PS4 they redid it? Or
Yes.
was,
Oh, they did
yeah.
on all of them.
Yeah.
PS4, Xbox.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it on that. It was pretty
They
sick.
did
I
the
really
Crash
liked those games.
too.
Did they?
What about Ratchet and Clank and
Ratchet and Clank.
Jack and Daxter?
I never really played those games
Yeah, I never
because
played
it was
them.
Resident Evil at the time, Crash Bandicoot. I never really played those ones.
What was that one that we played a lot? Or Deadlock? Ratchet and Clank Deadlock or
Yeah,
something?
because it was more multiplayer. Is
Yeah.
that like the Death Arena?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's the one. That's 4.
That's my. I like multiplayer games more.
Yeah.
I'm more of a multiplayer. Like the fucking Call of Duty campaigns. I never fucking did the campaign.
That used to be all I bought them for.
The only campaign I ever played was World at War.
That's a good
See,
one.
that one's not
What was
bad.
that one game? Was it called Army of One?
Army of 2?
Army of It's you had 2 people.
Army
of
maybe
Two.
Army of 2. I can't
That
remember. what
was-
it
Army of Two.
That was a good one.
Army of
That
Two,
would-
that's one of those games you have 2 controllers, you sit there with a buddy and you have a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used
It's
to do that
good.
with Gears of War. You ever play that co-op?
A little bit.
That one's fun.
I was into those ones, the Gears of Wars.
hmm They're all on Game
Fucking
Pass.
Chainsaw People.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Like, I want to play that Hogwarts Legacy, but I'm
It's
waiting
good.
for it to go down.
It's from what I heard, it's good. I don't know anything about Harry Potter. Never read the books.
Yeah.
Never watched the movie.
Have you seen anything from it?
But
No.
it's good from what I hear.
This game looks sick, and I don't even like Harry Potter.
Magic, both beautiful and powerful, binds together our long history. That common bond
Oh, yeah.
we share is the legacy of Hogwarts. Now it is time to add your own story to these hallowed halls
Late 1800s.
and
Yeah, I watched my buddy's kid play it whenever I went down there the other day.
of the wizarding
I think they beat it like twice already.
Kids know how to know life a game.
Oh yeah. He's already talking about not wanting to work. It's like it's just like yeah, that's 2022. Nobody wants to fucking work anymore.
That's the best way to make money now. Is just put your shit out on the internet.
Yep.
This is a visually beautiful game. Like, look at
Also, that means you have to have a fucking. If you play it on PC, you gotta have a 4090.
You have to have internet.
Elon Musk, get on it.
journey begins at Hogwarts, brewing potions, taming fantastic.
Yeah, they're just not gonna show gameplay.
That's pretty gay. Well, this is the trailer. It looks like.
Yeah.
There is a larger
Yeah. It
world.
doesn't-
Is it like an open world sort of thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I could get behind that.
It is. It is good.
What was that game that was so fucking graphics heavy it was killing everybody's computers?
New World. New
Yeah.
World.
That's the game that I have 3,000 hours of.
Jeez. Wow.
It's an MMO. It sinks you.
It's fun. It was just too much of a grind for me. I couldn't do it.
3,000. That is.
It's PvP oriented.
Dedication.
But there's a pro league that's starting, and I want to join it. That's why I played so much to get good.
Wow.
There's no gameplay in this either.
Gay.
It literally says gameplay trailer.
Fuck.
Oh, there's the gameplay right at
Look
the
right
end.
there, it's
Oh,
the
there's
menu.
the
We'll show you the
It's the
menu.
Look at that.
So,
Fuck.
Whatever.
Oh well.
Oh well.
The 3,000 out. That how many days is 3,000 hours.
Yes.
Well, I'll take
Yes.
3,000 divided by 24, and there you go.
I can't do that in my brain. I went to Jeff Tech.
There we go. There's a topic. Arch Manning.
Arch Manning.
How good do you think he's gonna be? We're not watching.
Well,
that.
considering he's got what, Eli Manning and Peyton Manning as his uncles,
Yeah,
who
as long as he takes after Peyton.
I mean,
Eli.
Eli beat the Patriots
Shut
twice.
up! I knew it was coming.
He was good enough to beat Tom Brady a couple times.
Did you
He
hear
looks like the real deal. but-
Brady in an interview said he would trade 2 Super Bowl wins for that undefeated season win?
Yeah.
Super Bowl against the Giants.
Yeah, you don't see Peyton doing that.
Oh, he did. He did that one bootleg. Oh, it was awesome. He tricked everybody. He played for Denver.
Because nobody expects Peyton Manning to take off
No,
on you.
no, he scrambled. It was the greatest thing ever.
Certainly as a young guy.
Damn, he's
That's
in
like-
high school?
That's like fucking.
Yeah, this is
Brady.
his high school highlight.
In addition to the weight room
I think he
strength,
committed
his
to
arm is more
Tennessee.
explosive.
Yeah,
There's
that's what
nothing
you just said.
but,
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
limitless
volunteer.
potential for Arch Manning.
Man,
Texas A&M.
what a family of quarterbacks. Threw off his back leg. Look at that. For a fucking high school quarterback, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's been throwing a football since he was old enough to
Oh my
walk.
God, yeah.
You
He
know?
was never gonna play any other
Out of
position.
the
No.
room. This is a football.
He was born with one in his hands.
Live it. Breathe it.
This
Oh
is
my
your
God, if he
entire
cuts his
life.
hair, he has the big fucking forehead.
It's like Peyton.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could land a 747 on it. You know, that's just because Peyton Manning's brain is so big.
Like, I know this is high school, but he looks like an animal.
I mean, there's some things that you can't. You can't just because they're in high school, they still have it in them.
Yeah.
You know, you can just see it in some people. Like he looks like a college quarterback right now.
You ever see that
He's-
ambidextrous quarterback?
No. I knew there was a pitcher. I forget what team he played for, but he had a glove that he could put on both hands because he could pitch with his right
Yeah.
and left hand.
Huh.
He looks like Trevor Lawrence. I'll see if I can find him.
Fuck Trevor Lawrence.
Long hair and all.
He's, you know, Trevor Lawrence was good in college, but I think he's gonna be one of those guys that was only good in college.
Like we had an inmate. He was a Jacksonville fan, and they were playing KC in the playoffs.
Mm.
He's like, "Man, they're gonna beat KC." I was like, "Good luck losing all that money." Like, and then
Yeah.
then Mahomes went down that game, and it's like, "Oh man,
They might win.
they might actually win." But
This
then
kid,
Mahomes came back.
like, his left hand is a little weaker, but that's still impressive.
Yeah, I mean, still, even if you can.
This guy from Hawaii.
He does look like a surfer. That would fuck up a defense if you're dropping back and then just switch sides and launch it real quick. Yeah, that's a pretty sick skill. He's probably another one that he's been playing football his whole life.
Yeah.
To be able to know you can throw a football that well with both hands. That's the professional athletes. I don't think people realize how much
Work
fucking
and
time they put
dedication.
into it.
That's their whole life.
Yeah, like even the worst NFL quarterback is better than you.
Oh, by far.
Yeah. And I hate when people say, "Oh, I could do better than fucking Derek Carr." No, you couldn't. You really couldn't. You would get leveled by a 6'9", 400-pound lineman and
Yes.
break all of your ribs.
Okay, here's a topic. Should Cam Newton be on the team?
No,
No, he's trash.
he's garbage. Yeah, terrible. he was good that 1 year.
I don't think so.
Whenever he didn't-
can't be a backup.
Whenever he didn't jump on that football in the Super Bowl, like, no, he's fucking gone.
Yeah.
Like,
Then he played for your Patriots.
yeah, he's terrible.
Yeah, he really just didn't play good at all.
He didn't.
There are some that are just, I don't know if the stars fucking align and they get one good year and all of a sudden they think they are just
Kind of
excellent.
like Carson Wentz,
Yeah. Carson Wentz.
which you're the great value version of.
Yeah, I am the great value version of Carson. I wish I could throw a football. Carson Wentz, I mean, that 1 year he was extremely
He
good.
takes too many risks.
Then he got
Yeah.
injured.
Well, that was the same, and I don't think he listened to anybody that told him to stop taking so many hits. Like Joe Burrow was doing that too. He was getting fucking leveled, and then Aaron Rodgers was like, "Dude, learn how to slide, or you're not going to be playing for very long."
Die.
Yeah,
Look at Tua.
yeah, and he did, and the next year, fucking went to no, not the next year, the year after, 2 years after, we went to the fucking Super Bowl. I'm so happy that the Cincinnati Bengals are half decent. You know how much happiness that brings me in my life that I'm not rooting for
not
all
as much
trash
as them winning
teams.
the Super Bowl. I was cheering for him 2 years ago.
I was too.
I needed him to complete one more pass. I'm going to win like $2,000. And it was that incompletion on 4th down.
I'm almost okay with them losing to Matthew Stafford though. Matthew Stafford deserved a Super Bowl.
I took him that year in the draft. I don't know if you remember that. Mm-hmm. And there people were like, "Why did you take Matt Stafford?" It's like, because he actually has a team this year.
Yeah.
Like he plays for the Rams.
Yeah, he was hard carry of the Detroit Lions for 10 years. And he's a good quarterback. Yeah, he needed the right situation around him.
Yeah.
And Sean McVay, I think he's one of the best coaches in the NFL right now.
He's pretty good.
Baker should have stayed with LA. I think he was going to be their starter. They wanted him there.
Yeah, but the only reason he was there was because Stafford was injured, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Stafford's what, 35?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is 39. Tom Brady was 43. You know, come on. Age is just a number at this point. You're not getting hit like you used to. I mean,
he was older than 43.
Was he?
Yeah, he's like almost 45.
He
I think.
old as fuck. Impressive. I saw him. He was fucking shirtless on the beach throwing a football.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
with
with
David
Gronk.
Amendola, Gronk, Edelman.
Yeah, and
all those guys.
Like he doesn't look 45.
No,
he very much takes care of
body.
himself.
Like he eats all that health shit. And
Yeah, there's a reason he's the best quarterback we've seen.
mm-hmm.
I mean,
Never
maybe
gonna be another one.
I think there'll be another one. It might be a while though. And now that he's divorced too, as soon as he got divorced, I'm like, he's coming back. Now he's got no strings attached, baby. Yeah, it is very impressive what Tom Brady was able to do. Holy fuck, who's the one with a full sweater growing on his chest?
Settlement.
Like, that man does not look 45.
No. He looks like he could still play.
He could.
I'm sure he could. I think he doesn't want to lose. I think that's why he retired. He's like, I'm getting to the point where I may not win all the time, so I'm just not going to take the risk. Gronk. I love
him.
Gronk. I think
he's so entertaining.
He is, because he's just a big goofball. He's definitely, I've heard people compare him to Travis Kelce. I don't think you can compare the two. Travis Kelce's a better route runner, I'll give him that, but he can't block like Gronk did.
Just, in his heyday, he was just plowing people over. They couldn't bring him down.
Yeah, he had that fucking robotic arm and shit.
Yeah.
He was great. There was nobody more entertaining than Tom Brady and Gronk.
It was funny that I can't remember what year it was. I think it was the year they played Atlanta. They played the Steelers in the playoffs that year. And the Steelers just didn't cover Chris Hogan.
Oh, yeah, because everybody was like, where did this fucking lacrosse player come from?
Flea flickers and everything.
The Steelers are good for leaving a wide receiver open at least twice a game.
Yeah.
Uncovered.
Yeah, they did that with T. Higgins because they were so worried about Jamar Chase that they just left T. Higgins completely open. He had like a 200-something yard game.
Mm-hmm.
They are pretty good about, we're going to double team this guy and completely forget about every other person that can catch a ball on this team.
Yep. You got Patrick Peterson, 35 years old.
Yeah, fucking...
We did get Keanu Neal, that safety from Tampa. That's going to be a big upgrade over Edmonds.
I'm super sad that we got rid of Jesse Bates. He went to Atlanta.
Oh, did
I know that they didn't want to pay him what he wanted, which, whatever. Contract disputes, I think, are the dumbest reason to leave a team. But he was a good safety. I'm sad we lost him, but I'm pretty sure we got some corner that was actually. Who the fuck was it?
Did you listen to that interview from James Harrison? Whenever he signed from Pittsburgh to New
Cincinnati.
No, he went to New England.
Yeah, the second time.
Yeah, and he was like, I wanted nothing more than to go into that locker room and hate Tom Brady. He's like, but I couldn't. He's such a good, nice guy.
Well, there's a reason that team always worked. It was
Yeah.
Tom Brady was good in the locker room. He took less money to get better players. It wasn't necessarily that Tom Brady was just some superstar. Aaron Rodgers is better at throwing a football than Tom Brady, but Tom Brady was better at everything else.
Yeah.
And
I feel like the people in the locker room do not like Aaron Rodgers. He seems like a dick.
He's a diva.
Yeah, I think
cries a lot.
Aaron Rodgers would be all right to hang out with if you don't play on his team.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you play on his team, he would be super annoying.
Yeah.
Blaming everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he does it a lot.
Yeah. But, I mean, as a quarterback, he's great.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes to the Jets, though, I can't wait to watch him lose.
Brett Favre 2.0.
New England will be the
Favre did
worst
go to the
team in that
Jets.
division then, if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets.
They're going to be the worst? Or you guys?
New England will
yeah,
be.
New England. Yeah. Because Miami and Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Miami's not great, but they're pretty good.
Tua's, well, they got Tyreek Hill now. Hill and Waddle.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are decent.
Yeah, they're fast.
Yeah.
And I think that's a requirement since Tua doesn't have quite the arm strength. You need to be able to get away from a corner
Now he
quick.
throws the ball and fucking Tyreek Hill's 20 yards down the field past where the ball lands.
Yeah, that was a problem with Andy Dalton too. He just couldn't fucking throw it far enough.
Yeah.
Because like AJ Green was always open.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't make it to him.
Fucking AJ's down there somewhere.
Yeah.
They
AJ
need someone with more of an arm.
who?
The Dolphins.
The Dolphins. Yeah. I mean,
Tua has a noodle arm.
I don't like this whole era of super mobile quarterbacks that's coming around. I get you should be able to move, but there's a reason Peyton Manning didn't have to move.
Yeah.
Or that Tom Brady didn't have to move.
Just saying Vic
He had a
could
good
do
line.
both.
Yeah,
Vic had a fucking cannon, dude.
he did.
He threw it all away.
And he was fast. He wasn't just quick for a quarterback. He was just fast. I remember if you watch some of his highlights with the Falcons, he was just making entire defenses miss.
Yep.
Michael Vick was an animal. I think he was even better when he went to Philly, I would say. You know, after prison.
Yeah. After the old dogfight ring.
That's a weird charge to get as a
Yeah.
professional athlete. You're dogfighting?
Yep.
Do you need the money? Or are you doing it purely for the enjoyment?
Probably enjoyment.
Yeah, that's weird. that's a psychopathic tendency.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think you can be good at something without being a little bit of a psychopath because you have to get fully obsessed with it. And he was the best dog fighter around. Let's be honest. He's the only one we talk about.
You know one of the backups right now who I'd like to see become a starter somewhere? Gardner Minshew.
I love Gardner Minshew.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing good in Jacksonville, but they were so fucking horny for Trevor Lawrence that I think Gardner Minshew would be good. I think it would depend on what coach he got. I think he'd be
Yeah.
good for the Patriots.
I would love for him to go there.
Yeah, because Bill Belichick's just a fucking mastermind. He'd be able to
I'd
work
like Lamar
somebody like
Jackson
that.
to go there.
Well, Lamar Jackson, yeah, I'd be okay. Well, not now that we have Joe Burrow, but
2 years ago, I wanted Teddy Bridgewater. He wasn't the same after he got injured.
I always liked Teddy Bridgewater. Before he got injured, he was very good. And then, there's something about an injury that I think it's more of a mental thing that they just don't come back from. They're scared to snap their leg again, like
Yeah.
Alex Smith.
Brady was like that. Whenever he came back after his
That one
knee
time he
injury.
got injured.
Yeah, he was like that. He would, and you could see it that next year, and then whenever he didn't have a line, like I think it was like his last year or the year before his last year with New England. Like he would already be fucking turning. Like he'd have somebody coming at him, he'd already be turning before he'd throw the ball, like to try and
Shying
make
away
one
from
hit.
it.
And man, that made me so angry.
I can imagine if you know you don't have that great of an O line and you just got injured, you're like, there's some fucking monsters on the other side of this line that want nothing more than to hurt me, and I can't run because I'm Tom Brady.
Yeah. Well, at the beginning of the 2020 season, whenever they won the Super Bowl, the beginning of that season was terrible for him. They wanted him to, instead of going back for 2 or 3 step drop back, he was doing like 5 or 6, and it's like usually he's like, "Hut, ball's gone."
Yeah.
And like.
That was one of the things
terrible
that
to
Tom Brady
watch.
was he was real good at getting the ball out quick, making because he was good at reading the defense. He knew where it was going before he snapped it.
Bosa would get upset with him because he'd go to tackle him and the fucking ball would be
Ball's not there.
He's like, stop getting the ball out so fast.
Yeah.
There's like whenever Ochocinco played for Cincy, or maybe it might have been T.O. I can't remember who it was, but he was friends with Belichick. And before the game, he's like, I hope you know you have the night off.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you're going to be double covered all night.
Yeah, that was Ocho.
Like, you're not getting a pass. And he's like, come on, coach. He's like, no.
I love when you get somebody like that. Like, that's the way Jamar Chase is now.
Yeah.
They're so worried about covering him. All right, fine. That's why I'm glad we got 3 other good receivers.
Yeah.
I wish
You
they
guys
had,
really do have good wide receivers.
that's because that's where they, as soon as they got Joe Burrow, they're like, we
Yeah.
need people for him to throw to right now.
Yeah.
We'll worry about the O-line later. Get somebody that can catch a
You
fucking
have
ball.
T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. Like, that's all you need.
Yeah. Tyler Boyd, I think, could go somewhere and be a good wide receiver,
I
too.
wanted him
Maybe
in
not
Pittsburgh.
a number 1, but he's from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew a kid I went to basic training with, went to high school with him.
Okay.
He said you should have seen him in fucking high school. He was ripping people apart. I would love to see go to school with somebody that was like a future NFL player just to see how good they were
Yeah.
in fucking high school. Because I know there's a kid that I play baseball with. His name is Ryan. He was from Punxsy, and he was just so much better than everybody else. He never made it to the major leagues, but he did play minor leagues. He got to AA for like Toronto or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just cool to see somebody that's just that much better than everybody else. It's nuts.
Like, Devin Mesoraco would have been good if he didn't just get injured all the time.
All the time and fucking fight with umpires and
Yep.
get sent down to the... Yeah, because he had like one good season where he had 25 homers. That's not an easy thing to do.
No.
Hitting a baseball is extremely hard when it's coming at you at 90 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it about Punxsy that we actually produce half decent baseball players?
Oh, yeah.
Our high school even...
Not football. I can
God,
tell you
no.
that.
Punxsy's football program is awful.
We used to put up fucking 100 points.
I remember, yeah, I watched them play Du Bois once, and it was like halftime, and they were down 60-something to 0. I was like, fucking nice, guys.
Jeez.
You guys are winning. Yeah. I really enjoy watching people that are just good at what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Tom is doing good in wrestling.
Yeah. He's
Like-
very good. He went and wrestled for Iowa.
Yeah.
And Iowa's one of the top wrestling schools in the country. Yeah. They produce a lot of good wrestlers out of there. And he was one of the top ones there. But I think that's because he, from a young age.
Strict.
Yeah, from a
Kinda
young
like the
age.
football.
Yeah. He was like, all right, you wrestle dudes in singlets. That's what you do
Yeah.
now.
I'm still in diapers.
I don't know if I could be a wrestler just because, like, what if some dude with just some monster cock and his singlet comes up and rubs it on your thigh? I don't know if I'd be able to get past that.
You've done worse things drunk.
That's true.
Kurt Angle was from Clarion.
That's true. I
He
did
won
know
the
that.
gold medal in '96.
Yeah. There was an MMA fighter that he coached him in wrestling. It was one of the fucking real good MMA fighters. I forget who it was. If I could get into one sport, I think that's what I would do, would be MMA.
Got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do. But, like, that's the only thing I could see myself doing. Maybe not even to a high level, but just, I think it'd be cool. I like getting the shit beat out of me, apparently. I know how to take a hit. I've never been knocked clean out.
There's a few people that have went over there and failed miserably.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We were, the one day when we were recording, we watched Anderson Silva get his leg snapped.
Oh.
We wrapped it around another dude's fucking leg. That's the kind of shit I don't know if I would want. Yeah.
You gotta get somebody like Tank Abbott.
Just a big fucking fat guy. You remember Kimbo Slice?
Yeah.
Love
Doing
Kimbo
the
Slice.
fucking street videos
Yeah.
and stuff in his backyard. Like,
Just knocking dudes out just because nobody could fight like him.
yeah.
And the sound his hands made when they hit somebody. That it's kind of like the sound that, in that video of you getting punched in the face. Just that snap. John Davis punched him in the face once. For no reason.
Just did it.
Just did it. It wasn't for no
You have a
reason.
video of this?
Yeah.
Oh, there is a video of it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not long ago.
We won't get super into the reason why he allowed him
I
to.
haven't seen him in a while.
He's got 2 kids.
2 now.
2. That's one person that, oh my God. Yeah, look at it there with his arms crossed. He's like, please don't hurt me. Bam. It was to cause a bruise, so it looked like he got into a fight.
Hey, look, it's right side up now.
That's crazy.
God, I was so fat.
Yeah, look how much fucking weight this dude has lost.
He's lost a lot.
Yeah.
Like 80 pounds.
That's awesome.
That's a lot of weight to lose. You don't think about 80 pounds as that much.
Yeah.
Until it fucking sheds off of him and he looks like Skeletor. You do kind of have a Slender Man vibe about you, all lanky and long. I mean, if you
It's like a horror movie, Slender Man.
yeah, yeah. If you were a horror movie character, you'd be Slender Man.
I'll take it.
You'd be like Chucky, little angry guy.
Yeah, a little angry guy. I could do that.
That was. I don't like old horror movies because they're not scary.
I find them cheesy.
Yeah, like the
Well, they didn't have as much going on as they do now.
yeah, the CGI and stuff really
Yeah.
helped. Because like the old it was just kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't the blood and the gore really helps horror movies now.
Yeah.
And there was just no way to do it, and that is sad because there's a lot of, I think, good movies that could have been good.
Yeah, you watch some of those old ones and like a fucking blood scene and it's like a bucket of blood
Bucket of
on
ketchup.
fire. They're just spraying ketchup bottles.
Except for The Exorcist.
Yeah,
The
The
Exorcist,
Exorcist is pretty crazy.
Fucking wild. Especially for the time. There was like that bitch that just got like a cross shoved
Yeah.
up her cooch. That is insane. She was like a 12-year-old girl, which is kind of weird now, but you know. Did you know they didn't used to view child molesting as a crime?
Yeah.
Not all that long ago. They were just like, oh yeah, that's what you do. Mm-hmm. That is gross.
Like a full-grown man can marry a 13-year-old.
Yeah,
it was
and
just
that was
weird.
just
It's
normal.
just fine.
And to think that was only like 2 lifetimes ago. Like that could have been your grandfather.
Probably was.
Yeah, the late 1800s with all the child labor and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, well, I can't imagine thinking that, seeing some. Of course, they didn't marry for the same reasons. Most of the time, they married for money or land.
Yeah.
I think that's why
Land
it
was
happened.
a big one back then.
Yeah, but like, I can't imagine looking at a 12-year-old girl as a 40-year-old man and being like, nice. I mean, we've met a few of
Well,
them.
you did used to have the van for it.
I did. That van was sick, though. What was it like rolling up to the jail the first time and seeing that sitting there? It was like, what kind
He's
of
this
fucking
idiot. He's
weirdo?
this fucking idiot.
And then you met me and your opinion didn't change.
No.
Can I show you guys this video that was shown to me recently? So
Sure.
it was
Yeah.
a senior prank, and this student puts laxatives in the school's drinks, and everyone just starts shitting themselves. Like, I've seen some good senior pranks, nothing this good. It's in a preppy school too, which makes it even better.
Talking about holding your pants.
Just
There's
everyone.
a trail.
Wow. Jeez.
Oh my god.
There's just so much.
I only ever had to take a laxative once, and that is the reality of what happens.
Oh my god.
They clear you out.
They're just shitting in their lockers.
Wow.
All the bathrooms are occupied.
Yeah, I was like 11, and I had some weird poop issue, and the doctor gave me laxatives. I'm pretty sure I fully shit my pants 2 or 3 times. Oh my god. This is better than Columbine.
That
He
person
just
just
slipped
slipped
and
in it. Wow.
I wish I would have done something like this in high school.
There's a teacher.
These kids probably ended up in prison.
No. Well, yeah,
That's rough.
I guess
dude.
you are.
could have killed someone.
You are technically drugging people.
Think of how many. They're all dehydrated. They're
Yeah.
shitting out all their fluids. Like,
Yeah.
it could have been dangerous.
It could have been, but it wasn't. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
That's why you tell the judge. You're like, but it was funny.
Oh my god.
Imagine being the one dude that didn't fucking partake in the
There
laxative
he is.
drink.
That's not-
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, it's clearly the guy who isn't shitting himself. That would be rough. Pooping yourself is one of the most embarrassing things you can do. Because, like, you pee yourself. Everybody dribbles a little bit if you really got to go, but...
You're not cool in this Peter pants.
So, we talked about you shitting your pants. Have you ever shit your pants?
Never.
He's got control. Tight little butt on him. Tight little turd cutter.
The last time I shit my pants, I was drunk and I was doing dishes. Just doing dishes. I'm like, I think I got a fart. I'm like, oh no. And I fucking do the waddle.
Yeah.
And it was a mess.
I've recently had some close calls where you think it's a fart and you feel that feces slam against your asshole and you're like, oh, I gotta go now.
Gotta go.
You feel the warmth.
I don't care if you're in the shower. I'm coming in.
Oh. We were talking about that. A shower, or somebody taking a shit while you're in the shower is the worst because the heat just makes it.
Make it smell.
Mm-hmm. You know what else is a gross smell? Have you ever walked into a room after somebody masturbated?
No.
It has a stank to it. It really does. It kind of smells like chlorine. Like a swimming pool. You're just like, ooh, some fresh nut in this bitch. Or walking in on somebody having sex. You don't realize how gross that smell is until you're just walking in on somebody else doing it.
Yeah.
It is a gross smell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Why is sex good? Because everything about it's pretty gross.
Oh yeah,
There's a grossness to it.
There's an odor.
Fluids and gross looking genitalia just slamming together. I walked in on well, you were there. When I walked in on Eric, fucking that was tough. He just opened the door because I kept knocking, and they were busy, obviously. So I kept knocking, and eventually he just came to the door, rocked up. He's like, "What do you want?" Good dick on that guy. Good dick on him.
Oh shit.
I've seen way too many dicks, man. It's tough. That's the worst part about jail, is all the dicks you see. And when you first start, you're very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then eventually you get to the point
It's
where
like,
you're...
yeah, they're all the same.
Yeah. And, oh, wow. Another one? Cool.
Another one.
Another one.
I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore.
Me neither.
Except at the time now that I don't have to do visiting, so I never have to look at it anymore.
Yeah. Working a job where I have to see no dicks is nice.
That's good.
Yeah, only my own. Except, well, there is one weird guy who fucking pees sometimes. And, well, before he's done pissing, he turns and, like, his dick is out as he's zipping his pants up. I'm like, there's dividers. Do it while you're behind the dividers.
He's like butters up his
Yeah, pants the whole way down around his ankles. I used to be that kid.
He used to be that kid.
Yeah. That was just how I thought you did it. I was in fucking public bathrooms with my little booty hole hanging out.
I remember when you were in kindergarten, we went to the same school, that Christian school. And I walked in, he was taking a piss, and it's just, his pants were around his ankles, his ass was out.
He's like, this part's getting out of the house.
I'm not whenever when you saw me after the casino, I had to go take a piss, and all the urinals were taken up. Fully grown-ass man was doing that.
Yikes.
In this giant, like, fancy casino. So
He was
He's probably
piss-ass
shit-faced.
drunk.
Yeah, he was probably hammered.
Who's at noon? Who gets drunk at noon?
I've been drunk at noon. I remember one time I got off of a midnight shift, so I got off at 8 a.m., immediately went to Sheetz, got a 30-pack, and started drinking. That was the day I broke my tailbone.
There's people like,
Well, that's like
you jumped off the porch.
Yeah. Because it was
remember
like
that.
10 a.m., and we killed a 30-pack already, and bottles started coming out.
I remember somebody, like the warden, tell me about that. I was like, I don't even want to get up on your desk and jump. Like,
Yeah. And I wasn't even, like, getting anything out of it. That was just something I did.
Yeah.
I also almost fell off of a roof that day. Because I was like, something, like, went... because they had, like, a balcony, and then
Yeah.
the roof kind of came off of this side. And I was like, I could get down
clear
over
that.
there. And then as soon as I crested, I started sliding down. And I just grabbed onto a chimney, like, half hanging off this roof, absolutely hammered. Yeah. It was an experience.
yeah.
But yeah, I broke my tailbone that day.
Imagine it would have been.
And then when I went to the hospital, they were like, so we have two options. We can just give you painkillers and you can ride it out because it's hard to fix your tailbone. They're like, or we take 3 fingers. And I'm like, let me stop you right there. Nobody's inserting anything in me. But apparently, yeah, they get up in there and they fucking like,
Put it back.
Oh.
It makes me,
it makes you hurt just thinking about it. No, thank you.
Did they put you to sleep for that?
That didn't happen.
That would be the first question I'd ask.
No, I just said it wasn't happening. I'm like, give me Percocet. I'll get
It's
addicted.
okay. You don't have to lie to us.
I'd rather develop a drug habit than have this doctor with sausage fingers stick them up my butt. He was a big man. I've had a lot of weird experiences like that at the doctor. Maybe I just got a tasty looking button balls. I don't know, because when I went to MEPS for the military, the doctor looked at my butthole for an awkwardly long time. Like, I was just sitting there spread, and I'm like, am I good? And he's like, nope, not yet. I'm like, all right. And I just kept sitting there. I'm like,
What does that sound?
How about now? And he's like, not yet. And I was like, holy fuck, is this dude like getting hard back there, getting ready for insertion, lubing up? Yeah.
I think that might have been the case.
It probably was. Then eventually he's just like, all right, you're good. Like, what is there to look at? You're looking at the ring, not even the insides, you know? I can't imagine that there's much to look at. I've seen a few buttholes in my day, and I can't say I was that interested. I saw you've had your butthole looked at by more people than you've seen your own butthole. I've never seen my own butthole, not even once.
I haven't either.
I'm not flexible enough. I haven't even I know some people bust out a mirror to shave it, but I've never shaved it. Why would you shave your butthole?
I see Tim doing that.
That's the person I'm talking about.
Of course.
Him propped up in the shower. He's like, hey, just get in there with a mirror. He's very particular about his hairlessness down there. I can't imagine that feels good once it starts growing in. It'd be like
they make
sandpaper.
hair for your balls.
I heard about that.
I do.
Like, it's made for that, so it doesn't burn.
Yeah.
I've thought about it.
I did it once with the stuff that you aren't supposed to use. It was for your face. So it wasn't as bad as Nair. But it was when I was in basic training, I had full bush going on. I couldn't get through it with a razor because, 6 months of growth.
Single blade razor.
And so I went to the PX and they had this razorless shave cream. I'm like, oh yeah, it's family day tomorrow and I'm about to get laid. So I need to trim this up and it burns. Oh my God. I thought it was all red and puffy. I thought I was going to have to go to the doctor to get it fixed, which would have been super embarrassing. But it went down after it got rinsed off.
Like shred of American Pie. Uses a super glue.
Yeah. American Pie. I forgot about American Pie. Those were okay. Those were okay. I only liked Stifler, really. And
Yeah.
Stifler's mom, but that's because of titties. All right, cool cats and kittens. We will be back eventually. Couple weeks. Tune in next time. Maybe we'll have a name. Toodles.